half and grieving.
The blood-soaked rug was still there at the campsite.
Why did you bring your two boys back to the site of the murder? Today's going to be a changing day in your life. You've never had anybody working harder to bring you to the threshold of change than right now. It has become an all too common scene. A gunman opening fire on an unsuspecting crowd, killing as many as possible. Mass shootings in this country are on the rise, claiming more than 1,000 lives this year alone. Take a look.
The madman shooting into a defenseless crowd inside the Borderline Bar and Grill. The reality of what's going on sets in.
They gathered to worship like any other Saturday when terror burst through the door. A gunman, armed with an AR-15 assault rifle, 3 handguns, shot and killed 11 people in a hail of bullets.
The 19-year-old under arrest for one of the worst school shootings in U.S. history appeared before a judge today, officially charged in the Valentine's Day deaths of 17 people.
Breaking news, an active shooter on the Las Vegas Strip.
Get out of here, there's gunshots coming from over there.
After these tragic events fade from the news, what you don't often hear, what you don't often read in the headlines are the stories of the surviving family members left to pick up the pieces of their now fragmented lives. And such is the case with my guest, Karina, who wrote into the show in dire need of help for herself and her 2 teenage sons who are still dealing with the aftermath of a gruesome murder. Now, Karina's 2 oldest sons and their father, along with his girlfriend, and some of her family were all violently killed during a fall camping trip just 3 years ago.
My sons, Nathan, he's 23, Austin, 21, and their dad, Tom, were murdered brutally.
Nathan and Austin Camp were among 6 people shot and killed at a campsite earlier this month.
Nathan and Austin went camping with their dad, and Tom's girlfriend, Hannah, her little boy, Cade, and her mother and father, Carl and Cindy. A man approached them at the campsite. His name is William Hudson. He is the son of the man that sold my ex-husband the land. He lives next door. Later, I learned that William Hudson was upset that his father sold the land away. That night, Mr. Hudson suggested that they all drove over together to Hudson's house. They could fill up the back of the vehicle with as much firewood as they wanted. My sons, Nathan and Austin, got into the back seat. Hudson got into the front passenger seat, and Tom was driving. Once they approached the back of Hudson's land, he shot all of them. Nathan, my oldest one, was not deceased. Hudson ran out of ammunition, so he went and got a different gun, which is a high-powered, like a big heavy-duty hunter's rifle, and he went up to Nathan and pointed the gun in his face. A witness heard him screaming for him not to do that. He said, "Please stop, please stop." And then there was one last gunfire.
A suspect related to the property's former owners has been arrested and charged with 6 counts of murder.
Even though he got sentenced with the death penalty, I feel that I have been sentenced to the death penalty as well. My life is absolutely shattered.
Well, Karina's family is concerned with how she has handled, or more specifically, not handled, her surviving sons since the gruesome murders. In fact, just 1 month after the horrific event, on Christmas Eve,